Hi, do you call yourself Miss Independent or Mr. Independent? Hmm, yet you're still living in your mama's house and she's still doing your laundry and you're still borrowing money from your friends, from your guys, from your boyfriend and your girlfriend, and you can't even do anything by yourself. I got news for you. You are not independent, okay? Think again. Hello everyone, my name is Gucci Vivian Uka. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay! If this is your first time here, welcome, thank you. And please click on the subscribe button before you finish watching this video. And if this is not your first time here, welcome again. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you. So today I want to talk about independence, what it is to be independent and why you should be independent, okay? And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I hear a lot of people say, oh, I'm Miss Independent, I'm Mr. Independent, but really they're not independent. I mean, I wouldn't call them independent, and I think deep down they know that they're not independent. It's just the front. But it is important to be independent. And when I say it is important to be independent, it doesn't mean that you cannot have friends, you cannot ask questions, you cannot ask somebody to help you do something. No, it just means that you don't have to rely on somebody to do it for you. And so, first of all, what's independence? There's so many definitions of independence, but there's one definition that really caught me, like, struck that connected with me. And that definition is not being subject to control by others. I'm going to say it again, not being subject to control by others. And for me, that is what independence captures. Like when you don't have to feel controlled, when you don't have to feel like other people will make decisions for you, when you can make decisions by yourself, that's when you should feel independent, in my opinion. There are different aspects in life for independence, right? You can be independent in your workplace, you can be independent financially, you can be independent even within your family, within your social circle. So there are different ways to be independent. So in this video, I'm talking about general independence, just not being dependent on other people generally in life. Okay, so here are 5 reasons why I think that you should be independent. Number 1, so that you don't have to rely on others. I've already kind of said this, and the thing is that it doesn't mean that you cannot ask other people to help you, but if you can do things by yourself, then it's always best. Because what if the person that you rely on is not around? What if they're not available? What if they decide to do shakara or guide or front for you? What if they say they don't have time? What if something happens to them and they can't do it again? Or what if both of you stop talking and that was the only person you used to rely on to do stuff for you? What are you going to do? So this is why you should be independent, so that you don't have to rely on anybody. Now, if you can do it by yourself and then sometimes you want somebody to help you do it, that's fine. But in case they say no, you know that you can go and change that light bulb by yourself. You know that you can pay for your food by yourself, you can pay for your rent by yourself. You don't have to wait for any man or woman to do it for you. So isn't that a good incentive to be independent? Now, number 2 reason why you should be independent, so that you can gain new skills. If you figure out how to do something by yourself, that is the skill. And you might not realize that immediately, but later on it will come to you, because there's sometimes you start doing things by yourself, maybe even if something as easy as cooking, easy in quotes because not everybody can cook, but say you start cooking rice for yourself each time, and before you know, you become an expert in cooking rice, and then you can even decide to start cooking rice for others and making business and money out of it. So you develop skills when you do things by yourself. Even if it's changing light bulb, even if you decide that you don't want to make money out of it at the end of the day, but at least you're an expert, at least you can do it for yourself. And then you've struck a chord in your brain, like your brain is, you get some muscle memory, and then if something is spoils in your house, you just go and fix it. Or if it was money that was your issue, you learn how to make money. And then if somebody says, I don't have money for you, you just make some money and pay for your things by yourself. It's a skill if you learn how to change your light bulbs. It's a skill if you learn how to unplug or unclog your toilet or bathroom if it starts leaking. You don't have to call a plumber every single time or call a guy or whoever it is that you call to fix it. It's a skill if you know how to change your car tires. My dad used to say that it's good for everybody to know how to change their car tires. If you can drive, then you should know how to change your car tires. And I've been taught many times, even though I don't think I remember. But I believe that if anything ever happens to my car, I can stop on the road and then try to do it, and then maybe there'll be some muscle memory and I can fix it myself. That's a good skill. So and with such skills you can save money, and like I said, you can even make money. So that's a reason for you to be independent. Number 3 reason, you gain respect. See, when you start doing things by yourself, for yourself, people will respect you. And I know what I'm talking about. I remember the first time when I started paying my rent by myself. I didn't ask my dad for money. My dad was like, should I send you money? And I said, no, I'll figure it out myself. And I worked and I paid for my rent myself. After that day, I could see the change in his behavior towards me. Like, he would even call me and talk about finances with me. Conversations that he never used to have with me, he could talk about them with me. Because you're seen less as a burden. You're now seen as an asset, or that you're on your own, so you're not going to disturb them anymore. So you'll be invited into conversations that normally you probably would not have been invited into, and you didn't know they even existed, just because you're independent. So it's very important, so people respect you. Not the one that you come somewhere and everybody's thinking, oh, she's going to beg me for money today, or he's going to beg me for rice today. That's not the kind of that's not the kind of aura you want to carry around. Okay, you want to carry around an aura of respect. You want to hold yourself in high esteem. Okay, so that's another reason why you should be independent. Number 4, you'll be seen as a leader. Now imagine if at your workplace you know how to do things by yourself. You can solve that calculation, you can run that model by yourself. You don't always ask for questions. They might put you in charge of other people in your lab. Before you know it, you're being asked to do things and to lead other people to do things. People start recognizing your skills. I've been invited sometimes for some meetings, right? And then I'm asking myself, what am I doing in this meeting? And then the person who invited me will be like, oh yeah, we have Vivian here because she's very good at doing X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, really, am I? And that goes back to my earlier point about mastering skills, and gaining respect, right? Because you start doing something, before you know it, people are watching you. You become an expert. People are like, oh, this girl knows how to do this stuff. This guy knows how to do this thing. And then they invite you. And then it opens doors for you. And that's my number 5. That it opens doors for you being independent. You have doors, you have opportunities, you get to meet people. And from there, you can create a brand. You can create network. You can gain more expertise, more experience. So you shouldn't take it for granted. When you have the opportunity to do something yourself, try to do it by yourself, okay? And then the final point, why you should be independent. So that when you take up your phone or when you're talking to somebody else and you say, hello, I'm Miss Independent or I'm Mr. Independent, you know that you are saying the truth. People will be like, yes, you really are. Yes, that's right. Okay, so that you don't embarrass yourself. So you can call yourself truly and wholeheartedly Mr. or Miss Independent. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you. And in my next video, I'm going to give you tips on how to become independent. Before you go, please click on the subscribe button, click on the like button or the thumbs up button if you haven't already, and have a lovely day or night. Bye.